Alright guys, so now we want work on the actual form body for inside this tutorial. So I'll go back to my HTML here, then just after we'll get this form header, we'll come down there and I'll create a section. So section will go give them class form body, right? So this form body now we'll get form inside. Then what I go do, or create an input group div. So this input group, this input group div, right? It go house this header here. You see, where it gets this card number, the description, this edit button, and this input field. So then I see the input group go house. Okay, so now inside this input group now, we'll create a div, we'll call them header. Then inside the header, we'll get description. Right? So the description h2.title could be card number yp dot dsc. We'll just type enter the 15 digits card number on the card. Okay, so now after this your description, we'll create a button. We'll call them edit, right? Then inside this edit button now, we'll get a span. We'll give them class button description dsc. Then inside we'll just type edit. There we need that pencil. We need this pencil icon here. So you did the assets folder if you check. So inside the assets folder now, you see it's supposed to be pin. So this one. So I'll just copy the SVG, right? Then I'll paste that. Okay. This thing scatter dash. Okay. All right. So button edit, get this SVG inside, and this span for the button description, which is edit here. Before we start to work on the input here, we'll just tie this one first, right? So I'll go my main.css now. Okay. You know what? We'll push this thing down small. So to push them down, just we'll set margin button to this header. So we'll say margin button. So 5 EM. Okay. So margin button will be 5 EM. And we'll see. Suppose I'll come down. Alright. Then it's also the targets now. Close this head. Just after the head now, go type body. So you understand this thing now. Form body. Now listen to like this. Form body, right? Okay. So just this mic. Okay, so what will the target for the form body now? Will the target the form, will the target input group, then the header, the description, the title, and just about everything inside here. Now we'll target. So we'll just create them down first, then we'll start to the style them small they go. So we'll target the form. Then inside the form now we'll get input group. Then inside input group, header. Inside the header, description, and inside the description we'll get title and the exe. Okay. Sometimes if you do this your your SCSS structure, then you're not go want to they break all these things that go inside, you get, but just to make sure someone understand the whole thing and make it done like this, you get. Maybe some other time we'll just create tutorial just to dedicate how to like clean up some of all these things more, not to get a lot of steps they go. You get, because steps are too many now. We'll call it gets a lot of issues with specificity and some other things there. But if you need to do sure, you're not supposed to get problem. So anyhow, I go teach now with and not so far. But I'm going to move on with this tutorial first. So now, after description, I think we'll get this edit button here. So I'll come down. I'll type button dot edit. Then inside the button I edit now, we'll get an SVG for that pencil icon and dot button description. Okay. So currently, this now things will be like so one style. So the first thing we will target here, we will target the input group. So the input group now will set margin bottom to 2em. 2em. So they set margin bottom to 2em. Why? Because we go space this input group from this next one. You get, so this space here, so that'll be the 2em or the add. Oh, like I might just mark up. Sorry, I might just style this in sharp. Then I go see explain with all the styles what they use currently now with they do. You get, so I'll come down to header. So for the header, we go need to use flex, right? We're going to use flex because, in fact, I need to copy this too. Inside this header, we're going to use flex. Why? Because we'll get this description now, then we'll get this button. And if you look the designer, to this space together. So to space them out now, that's why we need flex. I see whether to get the effect of the flex style itself. So back to the main dot SCSS now. Our margin bottom will change them to 1.8em. Okay. Then inside the description, we'll target the title. We'll text transform to capitalize. Then we'll set font size to 1.1em. And we'll set the font weight to 700. Now, another thing maybe I see you likely won't do it. If you see this font size and font weight now, I don't need to use them. So most likely, if I work on some very serious project now, I will likely create a mixing for RAM, and that mixing self will come with font family. And I already put the font family because I know it's okay. Now only pop-ins will use throughout, and I already declare pop-ins for this wrapper since now pop-ins are going to affect every single thing where they inside this particular code. But for some other designs now, maybe you get like 4 different fonts where they work throughout. If you just set mixing, so I go give you values for the font family, the font size, and the font weight, and you're not going to need to rewrite all these things every time. You just get just one line of code to reference three original lines. You get, but just put on at the back of your mind, sure, and something like say if you want tidy then you just need to be intelligent about that one. So we'll set the color to text one, and we'll set the margin button to 0.4 em. Okay, so the space the actual title from the description. You get, so this is not the title, in a description, so the space on. Then now I'm going to target this dicks, then we'll style them. So we'll use font size and font weights as well as color here too. So the font size could be 0.77 em, while the font weight could be 500. Then instead of text 1, we use text 2. So we'll see. All right. So now we'll already get the design small. Okay. So we'll work on this button. So for the button, we will target the button edit. We will see use flex. We use flex. So the flex now, we'll set the color. So let's see. In fact, comment amount first, because I'm not just put this color join. Okay, now the same color as the blue background. All right, more reason. We'll set color as blue BG, right? Then the same color we'll go use them for the SVG as well. So just duplicate and bring them down. Then we'll set our height. So 0.9 em. For SVG, if you want to change the color, you not use color, you use fill. Good. All right. Then for the button description, we'll set display to block, since that's thing a span we use. And we'll set margin left to 0.6 em, while font weight will be 500. All right. So now I think we'll just style this top finish. This here. This color also resemble this one. So yeah, if you want to get color of all these things, maybe you see design online, you want to get the color. You know, say if they run, if they because now the picture now they show for the browser here now, right? So to get the color, if you do it, you can inspect your elements. Then you see this body. The body they always get background black, or you find something, or just give a custom style here. So I'll click now to bring out this picker. Then I feel just select the color around. But this one now it is so pixelated that I don't know if you get the actual color. But maybe I feel just get something around here to use. You get, so maybe I'll just use something like this. This here. So now I realize I don't click and select them now. It's not what to resemble self. But anyway, I didn't know way to pick colors if you want. You get. So more just use the color for here first, mostly. So I'll select this one and I'll click on this circle here now to copy it and select. So like this now, I'll pick the color out. So if you even have to pick other colors for your designs, you get, so then I want you to get colors if you don't know the actual color there is for a particular design. So just take into that one. So that color will pick now. So we'll apply onto this edit button here. We'll see how it be. I'll paste them here. I'll do the same thing here. Okay. So it does different small, and I think I like the way the thing they make brain. Okay. So now this now for this part. So more just style. More style this input field here now. So now I'll call my HTML, then we'll mark up that thing quickly. So just after the header, which is this, we'll come down. We'll create a new div. We'll give them class. We'll call our main. So inside this main now, I'll target, I'll create an image tag. Then we'll go into the asset folder. We'll bring out the MasterCard symbol.svg, right? Might just give this one class. We'll call them leading icon, right? Then we'll create another icon again. We'll call this one trailing. So this trailing now, you'll call get the verification badge, which is this verified badge.svg. You get. Then in between, we'll create the input feed properly. So this input feed now type text. We'll give the placeholder something like let's see, 2 4 1 2. Okay, so we'll just type 2 4 1 2. Put a lot of space. Might just calculate space. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. 75 12. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Then 34 12. 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 34 56. So I just try give also call them. I just try simulate how the design be, but originally now I realize I didn't really run this tutorial now self. I just want to say even different from what I get from mine initially, because if you see this hyphen, right? So this dash for here now, so they did darker than this main stuff. So let's now 4 input feeds there, 1 2 3 4. Then probably the style then when you type the first one, you can find we next enter the other one with something like JavaScript or the rest, or some JavaScript libraries there, like safety title this input field self. Like one is one time cleave.js. So then I want we fee use, I think, do something like this. Maybe. But for now, I'll be not just CSS tutorial now. I'll just run the designs. Probably when we'll do something related to all this type of things with JavaScript and the rest now. We go wrap our head around this input when that time reach. Before now, we'll just do something quickly, just style and design. Alright. So now we'll not get our markup now, we'll just design this in sharp. So what I'm gonna do, right back to our main.scss. Now we go target the main. So just after this header here, you come down, you type main. So the main will give position to relative. We'll set position to relative. Then Margin top could be 1 EM. Then we'll target the image. So inside the image now, we'll set position to absolute. Then I'll put and leading icon. So left, we'll set the height to EM, and top could be 50%. Oh, I'll explain this code shortly. Y transform translate 0 minus 50%. All right. So leading. We'll see. Okay. We'll do for this trailing icon. So the trailing icon, we'll set a height to 1.5 EM. Then instead of left, we'll use right. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. So we'll target the input. So to target the input now, just after this img, target input, we'll set the border. So 2 pixel solid. We'll put the input border as a color here, as a border color rather. Then we'll set the width now to 100%. And padding, we'll set padding to 1 EM for the top, 4 EM for the right, 1 EM for the bottom, and 4 for the left. So instead of the bottom 4, just 1 EM, 4 EM should be okay. Let's see. Okay, so we'll get this one now. So now back to explaining this part here. So you see this leading icon here? We decide the left, since we set image maybe absolute, now we decide the left now to 0 so that we will make sure say it is stick to the left hand side. The same thing we do for this trailing icon. We set the right now to 0 to make sure say it stick to the right hand side. Then both of them now we set top to 50%, right? We set top to 50%. Then we transform translate 0 and minus 50% here, just to make sure say okay, we decentralize this image now to the height of this our main here, where be the complete input feed. You see, so we decentralize this we use this code now, so which is this top and this transform code now. We use until centralize this our image icon to the center. So we centralize vertically, not vertically now. We centralize vertically now to the center of this our main div here, so that it will resemble it we get here. Now I have this myself. We should do something like this just to clean up the code. Instead of these two here, what we do now? We just cut this one out, paste down for here. You see, then we'll delete this out. So we'll not duplicate anything. And I think we go see get exactly the same results. So now if you even look at now FM, this ones they come inside small, so space there, space there. Do if you do now self, if you just target this MasterCard icon, then instead of this left where be 0, if you set the left to like 1.2 EM, and you go push them out, and we could do the same thing for this verified badge here. So more just one sharp sharp. So I'll set left to 1.2 EM, while the right could be the same 1.2 EM. So we'll see. All right. So I think it make bring like this. Okay. So now I'm gonna continue to like style this. Wait first. More space, did this space, more see. So that means padding left 4 EM. Let's see. No, not 4. 5. So if we set padding left to like 5 EM, you see also they add more space here. Right? Or 4.5 should be the sweet spot. Okay, so I'll just go back to my code now, yeah? After I just set the general padding, I'll just put padding left to like 4.5 EM. Okay, I think I like it like this. Then we'll target outline. Our outline color, yeah? Maybe none. Our outline color will be none, or not really safe. It will be active border, which is this active border color here. So if we go back, see how by the time we click now, the active border they show blue. You see, just like the way this blue they show here, because they active, the same thing. But I'm not really sure if the background goes to get this faded blue for inside this input here. But if you look this input here, you see how say this side of the input is darker, while this side is whitish, meaning they face the background somehow. So we use linear gradients now for the background of this particular card digit input field. So more just more tie that one. Then I think we need to put border radius as well. So now after the outline color, we'll target border radius, right? Border radius, we'll set border radius to 6 pixels. Then we'll set the font size to 1.2 EM. Then font weight will be 600. So we'll see first. All right. So that the bigger a bit. Or instead of 1.2, we'll put on 1.1. I did try and make sure say I match exactly, or at least very close to it we'll get here. You get. But yeah, sure. We'll leave it like this first. So now to make this one a bit lighter, because if you see now this placeholder did darker, we'll go target the placeholder pseudo class to take tidy am. But before we reach there, we'll just this linear background. Sorry, this linear gradient rather. So what I go to, I'll target the background. Then I'll set linear gradient 45-degree hash. We'll just put EB off white. That'll be this. Then transparent, because the background of that form there be white. So we'll see. All right. So the thing they actually the feed enter. Might inspect this element, or might just pick the color out. So if you select this side now, you see the color come out F6, FA, FB. If you select here, FB, FB, FD. So the colors are actually different. Okay. So I'm gonna copy the color out and go paste them for where we to get this EB. Okay. So going back, and I think I don't like the design more now. Okay, that it take shape. So now I'm gonna target this placeholder. Then we work on lightening this our text where they here. So now just after this our background, what you could do? You use your hand, then 2: placeholder. So they target the placeholder. So this placeholder will just set the font width. So 400. While we'll set opacity to 0.5. Let's see. All right. So I think these are smooth now. They're fine for eye. Okay. So now we'll tidy this part now. So we'll rest here. So our next tutorial will target this area of the form. So this one it is a bit different from the whole side in some, but it not go still hard us. We'll go find our way around them. So anyhow, we'll soon for the next tutorial.